Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, grade 4. Hope you're enjoying your vacation, inshallah, studying science, of course, for your assessment, doing the missing homework for those who didn't complete it, and for those who didn't do it from the very beginning. You still have till next Monday, inshallah. But this is the last, the last deadline, fine? Okay. Inshallah, in this video, we are going to revise lesson 1 in unit 2, what we took the last 2 weeks, and what are going to be in the assessment, inshallah. So study hard to get the greatest marks. Do your best because you're the best. Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Let's start with دعاء. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا فأنت تجعل الصعب إن شئت سهلا يا رب العالمين. ومن يسألك فهم النبيين وحفظ المرسلين وإلهام الملائكة المقربين. اللهم إني أسألك قلبا خاشعا ولسانا ذاكرا شاكرا فأنت على كل شيء قدير. Now let's start. Last week we talked about electricity and session 1, and we built the electric circuit. By the end of this summary, we should identify the meaning of energy and mention the different forms of energy and trace its transformation and its transfer. And as I told you before, transformation means change its form, change from one form to another, while transfer means change, move from one place to another. Like, for example, okay, I'll tell you later during the session. The first session we had a problem, which is lighting up the bulb. We want to light up a bulb, and this is a problem, and we want to solve it. Fine. We give you a bulb and wire and battery. Let's see how will we solve this problem through this simple simulation. Now we have this simulation. We have a lamp and wires. We give you 2 pieces of wire, but now let's have 3 or something, and battery. And we ask you to connect those together in a certain way to light up the bulb. And all of you, mashallah, did it perfectly. Let's try this together. We have to connect the wire to one end and another wire to the other end of the battery. To other end of the lamp, sorry. Connect the wires together to form a complete circuit. Circuit is a form or another word that means circle without any gaps. Complete circle without any gaps. And now we make a circle connected with the battery and the lamp. A complete circuit, a continuous circuit without any gaps, so the lamp light up. Do you know why? Because electricity from this battery flew in this wire continuously and reached the lamp and lighted up. What if there's a gap in the circuit? Let's add something called switch. Something we call it switch. Let's add it to our circuit. We are going to open it to add the switch. I will send you the link of this simulation so you can do it as much as you can. Now the light is not on. Do you know why? Because the switch is open. There is a gap in the circuit. When the electricity tries to pass from the battery to the lamp, it finds a gap. This part is not connected, so we can't reach the lamp to turn it on. Now let's close it. The lamp light up because the electric circuit is complete. Do you know what we call the electricity? The electricity that passes through this wire continuously, we call it the electric current. So the electric current passes in the wires of the electric circuit and reaches the lamp and turn it on. And the source of electricity in this electric circuit is the battery. Excellent, super. I know you know all of that, of course, but we are just revising. So to light up the lamp, we must make an electric circuit, a complete circuit with a source of electricity and lamp and wires for the electric current or the electricity to flow from the source of electricity, which is the battery, to the lamp, without any opens, without any gaps. And this is another sample electric circuit with switch. If we open this switch, electric current cannot pass and flow to the battery, and there will be a gap in the circuit, so the bulbs will not light up. This is the electric circuit simulation. The simulation is that we just did from a while. Do you like mobile phones? Of course, most of you have mobile phones, and I also have one. What you actually do if your mobile phone is like this, low of charge or need energy to work, what you do? You just charge it. You just connect it to the charger and put in the electricity, so it gets energy from the electricity from the charger. So electricity transfer in the charger, then to the mobile phone to charge it, so you can turn it on and play or watch videos or call someone or do whatever you want to do with your mobile phone. So we can say this electricity is energy. We have to give the mobile energy to work. When this mobile take or eat this energy or this electricity, how it gave it up to us through the mobile phone? It gave us another different forms of energy. It gave us sound. You can hear sound from it. Once it's charged with electricity, it can give us light as it turned on, like this mobile, or vibrations. So mobile phone take energy in form of electricity and give it back in form of sound energy, light energy, and vibrations. Even us, if we want to work, to study, to move, to open our eyes, to wake up, to sleep, and do our daily activities, play, and go to our school or wherever we want to go, we need energy. How? We get this energy from eating food. You eat food to get energy so you can do all of your daily activities, even open your eyes. You cannot open your eyes without energy. You get energy from food and you give it back in form of motion, in form of activities you do every day, in form of sound, talking, and so on. Even the laptop or the iPad need to be charged with electricity, and it gives this electricity or this energy back in form of light, sound, and vibrations, and so on. Different activities are done by this machine. What about cars? What do the car need to get energy for moving? It's a non-living thing. If you want it to move, we must give it energy. Will we give it a piece of sandwich or a pizza or something like that, or an apple? Of course, no. We must give it gasoline. And gasoline is a form of energy for the car to move. The car takes this gasoline, and this gasoline as a form of energy, and it changes to motion. It moves and sound. When we beep beep the car, it's a sound. Switch the horn of the car. This is sound energy. So it takes this gasoline in form as its form of energy, and give energy of motion, give energy of sound, and so on. This was session 1. In session 2, we talked about energy. When I ask you what is the meaning of energy, and I push the chair, I'm doing energy right now. I'm pushing the chair, I'm doing work. And when I do this work of pushing the chair, I make a change. I change the place of the chair from one place to another. So we can say that energy is the ability to do work or make a change in matter. And matter is any material around us. Heat is a form of energy, by the way. You know heat? Heat, we get it from the sun, we get it from fire, we get it from anything hot. This is a kind of energy. We call it heat energy. Can the heat energy change matter? Let's see. This is butter, and this is hot corn. You know corn? Actually, I like it. It's very delicious and yummy. Let's see what the corn that has heat energy in it is hot due to this piece of butter. Ooh, it melted. It melted. So it changed. We can consider this piece of butter a matter, and this corn source of heat energy because it's hot. So didn't it change matter or no? Of course it did. So now we all know that energy is the ability to do work, to make something, or to make a change in matter. This is a video for Dr. Binox. I'll send you the link. You can watch it, and we already watched it in class. You have to watch it and find out different forms of energy in it. When we watch it, we find out we have different kinds of energy: heat energy, light energy. Light is also an energy, and electrical energy. We get heat energy from the sun, light from the sun also, and light energy also from lamps and anything that light up. And from where do we get electrical energy? From the electrical sockets at our home or at school or anywhere. And from batteries, we get the electrical energy from batteries. And motion. Even when we move something, or something is moving, it has energy, which we call it motion energy. Another form of energy which is called chemical energy. And chemical energy exists or present in anything that we cook, that we make it by ourselves. Like, for example, when we cook food, this food has chemical energy inside it. Even food created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like apples and different plants, orange, mango, and so on, those different stuff, and plants, all of those things that made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us to eat, or all of those things we made it by our own hands, our bare hands, has chemical energy in it. Like food, the food we eat has stored chemical energy in it. Plants has stored chemical energy in it. Do you know what it's that? It's a battery from inside. If you try to open the battery, but don't do that because it's dangerous, but you can Google it to see how it looks from inside. It has certain paste or certain dough inside it. This, we call this dough or these things inside it chemicals. Chemicals that react or interact together. We made it by our hands. Those people which made batteries, which made these batteries or created, put these chemicals together and put them inside the battery so we can get electricity from these batteries. But we can say that this battery has chemical energy inside it, stored chemical energy, because it has this paste or this cooked stuff or these chemicals that interact together inside it. It has a stored chemical energy. Once you take this battery and put it inside a device, maybe a remote control, or maybe a toy, or maybe a watch or something, this chemical energy starts to transform to electrical energy, start to change to electrical energy, so we can get electricity from this stored chemical energy inside the battery. Also plants, as I told you, plants take energy from the sun in form of light, and take water from underground, or from the soil and air, and cook them together inside the leaf to make food for the plant. So the plant inside it has chemical energy, stored chemical energy. Once we took this plant and we eat it, we get this chemical energy, and we can change it to different forms, like moving and so on, and talking. Another form of energy, which is called gravitational energy. Do you know how we can stand on Earth? How can we stand on Earth in balance without falling or flying? Because there is energy inside this Earth, inside the floor. This energy, we call it gravitational energy. It pulls us downward. And if you try to throw something on the floor, it will fall on the floor. Why didn't it stay in air? Because of the gravitational energy that pull it down. In our book, in page 70, we can find the meaning of the word energy. I show you now. This is the word energy. What does it mean? As I told you before, if you do work or make a change in something or make a change in matter, this is energy. So energy is the ability to cause a change in matter. Heat energy can dry clothes. This is change in matter. We cook food in oven. So oven, it change food, right? For example, if you put a cake, a liquid cake, something which is not hard, so very soft cake inside the oven, and we left it, the heat energy of the oven will turn it to solid. So it's a change in matter. Energy stored in battery, which we talked about it, the chemical energy, can run a computer by turning to electrical energy. Wind energy can turn windmill or push sailboat. All of those stuff are changing in matter, so we can call it energy. In this picture, we have different forms of energy, like for example, the sun, heat and light, the running children, motion, these radio, sound energy. What else? These flying kite, wind energy, that fly by wind and move, motion energy. Those waves, motion energy. When we move to page 71 and we answer it in class, here we should write if those are forms of energy or no. As mentioned in this part, the pictures show different forms of energy. What do you see moving? What energy makes it move? What send out sound energy? Where is there light or heat energy? On the next page, label each image energy or no or not energy. Those are what we should label it, energy or no energy. What about the bright sun? Of course, it's energy. Give heat and light energy. What about this radio? Super sound energy. And those rolling water waves? Super. It moved by wind energy or motion energy of the water. What about this empty shell on the beach? Empty shell on the beach. Does it show any change? Does it make any work? So we can't name it energy. So it's not energy. Name another example of energy you see in the picture. What kind of energy is it? Let's return back to the picture. Maybe those running kids show motion energy. Choose the best words to complete the sentence. Energy is measure of the ability to cause change in matter. You can see what kind of energy we can see. Light, super. We can see light energy. What you can hear sound or heat. Sound, super. And you can feel heat energy, super. So here we can see light energy, and we can hear sound energy, and we can feel heat energy. Choose one of the energy examples above. Describe the effect the energy causes. Like for example, the heat energy by the sun. What it causes? It makes us feel warm. We feel warm by the heat energy of the sun. Find 5 examples of energy in your classroom or in your home and write them below. Group them by the kind of energy they show. Like for example, light from the light bulb and from the sun through the window, sound from a video and from students' voices, motion of people moving around the room, and so on. You can find so many different sources of energy around you, in classroom, at your home, in the garden, in the park, everywhere. Sort this object with its energy form. For example, this blender. How many forms of energy can you see here? Starting from electric energy that transfer in the wire to reach the blender. then the motion energy to blend the orange. And if there is an indicator light, sometimes we found in the blender a very small lamp. It can be light energy. Let's see. Motion and sound. Didn't the blender do woo, 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 woo? And this is a kind of sound energy. Motion and sound energy. What about this bulb? It shows light energy. From where it gets the light? From the electricity and electric energy. And heat, if we keep this light on for a while and you try to touch it, you can feel heat energy. What about this hair dryer? Of course, motion energy. There is a fan inside this hair dryer that spins very fast to give this air, so this is motion. And from where it gets this energy for motion? From electricity, and it shows electric energy and heat energy for drying the hair, and sound energy. When we turn this hair dryer on, it makes sound. What about this electric circuit? How many forms of energy it shows? Light energy by the bulb, electric energy by the battery, chemical energy inside the battery, and heat energy if we keep this bulb on for a while. This girl, which kind of energy she's feeling? Heat energy by the sun. Super. Now we have different objects and we want to sort them. To sort them according to the different forms of energy it shows. For example, the blender. Does it show motion? And the iron, and the hair dryer, lamp, and microwave. Motion. We just said from a while. And sound. What about the iron? Iron, المكوى. Heat energy. Hair dryer, it shows motion. Heat energy. What else? And sound. Lamp, heat and light. If we keep the lamp on for a while and we touch it, we can feel heat. Microwave, heat. Only heat? Sometimes it gave light, others motion. The microwave spin from inside. Session 3, we talked about, now we know different forms of energy, and we know that electricity is a very important form of energy. We gathered to make the non-living things move and make other forms of energy. But from where do we get electricity? From the very, very beginning. From where do we get it? Some of you told me that we get it from the sockets. Okay, that's great, but from where the socket get it? We get it from the power plant to our home. The power plant, electricity power plant. Where do you think energy or electricity come from? It's from the power plant. Number one, they get coal. You know coal? I'll show you. This is what happened in the electricity generating, in the electricity power generation, in the power plant or electricity power plant. They get coal. Do you know coal? Which we use it in barbecue, or if you want to turn on fire or something, we use this coal, the black stones. This coal has chemical energy stored inside it. This coal has chemical energy stored inside it. Do you know from where we get this coal, Aslan? From the very beginning. Plants die and they burn for a long time and turn to coal. When plants die, it turned to coal. And I told you before that plants has chemical energy stored inside it. This chemical energy stored inside the coal, once we burn it, it transformed to heat energy. They took this heat energy and boil water. They boil this water, and after boiling water, they get steam. Steam or water vapor. And this water vapor moves something called turbines. It makes these turbines, this water vapor, steam or air, move these turbines, make it spin very fast. And these fast spinning generate electricity. And then electricity go to the HP towers you saw in the street, I'm sure, at the ring road. There is so many of it. These high voltage towers. Take the electricity from the electric power generating or the electric power generator or electricity power generator or electricity power plant, take it and send it back to us home. This is how it acts. They boil water, They burn coal. Number one, burn coal that we get from plant. They took this heat energy from coal and boil water. After boiling water, this water gives steam, water vapor or air, and this steam turn the turbines, turn it, make it spin very fast, and this spinning give electricity. And that high V towers, high voltage tower, or those towers that can carry high amount of electricity, take this electricity from the electric power generator and send it to us home. So you will see now, or village or country or cities, to turn on lights and make everything that we use every day work with this electricity. So plants die and change to coal, and coal has a stored chemical energy. This is number one. Number two, burning coal. So this chemical energy changed to heat energy. Then boil water to get steam. From this heat energy, they boil water to get steam, and this steam spin the turbines to get electricity. That's what happened in the electricity generating station. And there's a video here you can watch about this. After the electricity power generation gave electricity and send it to high voltage tower, and the high voltage tower send it to us home, can we give the sequence of transferring of electricity to home? Number one, generating. They generate electricity in the electric power plant, or electricity power generation station. Then they transmit it, or transmission, move it to another place, which is the high voltage tower, transmission. After transmission, distribution to less voltage tower, another towers, and you saw it in the street, those simple towers, other than those big towers that can carry high amount of electricity from the electric power generating station. Then it end up to our usage. We can use it at home. It's something like ordering food from certain restaurants. Like for example, if we order food from Pizza Hut, like it's an example. First, they start cook the food in their kitchens. Then after cooking it, they give it to the delivery man to send it or to deliver it to us. Then after giving it to the delivery man, number one, cooking or generating it, then transmit it, giving to the delivery man, so the delivery man send it. Then the delivery man take it and distribute it to different orders, distribute the different orders that it took from the restaurant. And it ends up to our usage, eating the pizza. It's the same like this and this. In last session, we talked about energy transformation. And as we said, what is the meaning of energy? Any work we do, any change in matter. Energy is the ability to do work or make a change in matter. How this car can move? What do it need to move? It needs energy. And from where it gets its energy? From the gasoline. The gasoline that has chemical energy stored in it. And the car changed this chemical energy to motion energy and sound energy, if we use the horn, beep beep, and so on. And light energy, the flashlight of the car. What is the form of energy in the fuel or in the gasoline? As we said, chemical energy. Chemical energy in food, in gasoline, inside the batteries, in the battery of the car, in plants, in water as well, but very small amounts. So now we can say that energy can transform or change from one form to another, like the energy of the sun. Sometimes they use those plates, we call them solar panels, to take the energy of the sun and transform it to electricity. You can notice it in some of your toys. Haven't you ever seen something like that on your toy? Black sheet that take the energy from the sun or energy from the light and make the car move. This plate or those solar panels transform the energy from the sun, which we call a solar energy, light and heat energy from the sun to electricity. So it transformed the solar energy to electric energy. What about the hair dryer? It takes the electric energy and transform it or change it to sound, heat, and motion energy. What about the plant? The plant take energy from the sun. And what else? What it did by it? Transform to chemical energy. It takes the energy from the sun to cook food in the leaf and transform it to chemical energy. What about the food we eat? We said that food has which kind of energy stored in it? Chemical energy. And once we eat the food, we get energy. What can we do? Which different forms of energy we can show? We transform this chemical energy to which forms? We can feel heat or warmness, or what else? We can move. What about this mini drone or this helicopter toy? It transformed the electric energy to sound, motion, energy. What about the battery? What the battery has inside it? Which kind of energy is stored inside this battery? Chemical energy, and it transformed it to electric energy. And now let's play a game and see different energy transformation. Here, let's see. What will happen if we open this water? The water energy will move this turbine, and this motion energy will transform to electric energy, and this electric energy will transform to heat energy to boil water. Let's try this kettle. Let's turn on fire. Heat energy, boil water and give steam. This is the steam, and this steam spin this turbine, and then the device under this turbine change this motion energy to electric energy or transform it to electrical energy, then to heat energy to boil water. Let's use this cycle. This boy is gonna cycle it. Once this boy cycle it, it changed the motion energy. It moved the turbine and transform this motion energy to electricity through this device under the turbine. Can you see this guy needs food to get energy? He's asking us to feed him. Now I feed him so he can get energy from the food. The food has a stored chemical energy, and the chemical energy inside the food, when the boy eat it, transform to kinetic energy. As the boy is moving, I must feed him, give him chemical energy, and he transform it to to motion energy. I'm sorry, and he moving the turbine, and this motion energy of the turbine it changed to electric energy by this device. Then electric energy to heat energy. I will feed you, okay? And this heat energy boil water to get steam. Let's start the light bulb. Let's try the light bulb. It's on. So the motion energy of the turbine changed to electric energy and then to light energy. Let's try this fan. Okay, I will feed you. He is out of energy. He needs to get energy from food. The energy that's stored in food is chemical energy. And he transformed it to motion energy and moved the turbine. And then the device blew this turbine, transferred it to electric, and then to motion. Let's try something else. Sun. What should we do to get energy from the sun? We should use the solar panels, those black plates that transform heat and light from the sun to electricity. Those solar panels transform the solar energy to electricity through this. And through this device, this electricity transformed to light. So, to take energy from the sun, we must have solar panels. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video and you understand the lesson quite well. Study hard for your assessment. Uh, Study hard for your assessment, and inshallah you will get the best marks and the best grades. But study hard. If you have any problem, please just contact me and tell me if you didn't understand anything. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.